Hello all. In the previous lecture, we discussed the definition of economics, the definition of economy, and the difference between economics and economy, and the definition of production activities, etc. Okay. Now we'll discuss the functioning of an economy. That means how an economy functions, right? So, before that, we will discuss how an individual makes choices, okay, or what are the important elements which are involved in the economy, right? So an individual needs a large number of goods, right, and services to survive and enjoy life, right? So every individual needs a large number of goods and services to survive and enjoy the life. However, the resources are limited. Right? And no individual can ever produce all the goods and services which are required for his livelihood. Yes or no? For example, a farmer cannot produce all the goods and services. He may produce one or two goods and services. Okay? However, he produced those one or two goods in surplus. So what is the need to produce goods and services in surplus? Okay? To sell them in the market. Yes or no? For example, if you take a farmer who is growing rice, he produced the rice in surplus. You know, that means he used some amount of rice for his self-consumption, and the remaining production is called as surplus. Okay, and that surplus will be sold in the market, and he will get the money. Okay, then what is the use of that money? He will use that money to obtain other goods and services which are necessary for his survival. Yes or no? So by producing surplus, he will use some goods for his self-consumption, and remaining part, which is called as surplus, will be sold in the market. In return, he will get the money, and that money is used for fulfilling the other needs, or used for purchasing the other goods which are not produced by him. Am I making sense? Okay. Why? Because no individual can ever produce all the goods and services which are necessary for his survival. He has to depend on others for acquiring the remaining goods which are not produced by him. Okay, so the system of selling goods for money and then using that money to obtain other goods is called exchange. So what is the meaning of exchange? Here exchange means the system of selling the goods for money and then using that money to obtain other goods is called as a exchange. Am I making sense? So therefore, money and exchange are the two vital aspects or the two vital components for the functioning of today's economy. That means economy cannot function without money and exchange. So today's economy functions based on money and exchange. I think you have understood the meaning of exchange, right? How this exchange is coming into picture? This exchange is coming into picture because of the surplus production which is produced by the individual. Why an individual have to produce the surplus production? Because no individual can ever produce all the goods and services which are necessary for his survival. Okay, so in order to procure the goods and services which are not produced by him, he has to purchase them. He should have money. How he will get the money? He will get the money by selling the surplus production in the market. So therefore, money, this process is called exchange. So therefore, money and exchange are the two important vital aspects for the functioning of an economy. That means we cannot imagine an economy without money and exchange. So exchange of goods and services should take place. So this money facilitates for the exchange of goods and services. Of course, in previous days, we had followed barter system. Okay, we'll explain those things in the coming classes, right? So next, obtaining goods and services for satisfying wants is called consumption. So what is the meaning of consumption? So consumption means obtaining goods and services for satisfying wants is called as a consumption, right? Okay, and obtaining goods needed to undertake production is called investment. So what is the meaning of investment? Investment means obtaining the capital goods. Okay, obtaining the capital goods to produce goods and services is called as investment. Okay, so therefore the functioning of an economy depends on money, exchange, consumption and investment. So dear students, without these four components, we cannot imagine the functioning of an economy. Okay, so the functioning of an economy depends on money, exchange, consumption and investment. Okay, right. Now we will see what is the basic problem of an economy. Okay. So the goods and services usable to carry out production are called as resources. Okay. So before understanding the basic problem of economy, I would like to define the meaning of resources. So the goods and services which are used to produce or to carry out production are called as resources. Okay, and these resources are classified into four categories. So they are natural resources, human resources, man-made resources and entrepreneurship. Okay, these are also called as land, labor, capital and organization. So land is nothing but it indicates the natural resources, and labor indicates the human resources, and capital indicates the man-made resources, and organization means the entrepreneurship or the process of organizing the above three factors in order to produce goods and services is the main duty of entrepreneurship. Okay, and these four are called as factors of production. So these factors of production is called as a resources. Okay, so dear students, the resources are very important to conduct the economic activities or to produce the goods and services, right? So, and as you know that resources are not enough to satisfy the never ending wants. So resources are not enough to satisfy the never ending wants. So this is called as a scarcity of resources. So what is the meaning of scarcity? Scarcity means resources are not enough to satisfy the never ending wants. So this is called scarcity of resources. Okay, so as the resources are scarce, the people have to choose ways and means to use the resources in the best possible manner, right? That means the thing is how to make the efficient use of the available resources is the basic problem of the economy. Okay, so what is the basic problem of the economy here? How to use the available resources efficiently, or the efficient use of the resources is the basic problem of the economy, right? Then what is the meaning of efficient use in this context? So here efficient use means efficient allocation of resources. So efficiency means here maximum output, minimum cost and maximizing welfare of the people. Of course, at the end of the day, the main focus of the economy is to look after the welfare of the people. So welfare of the people is the main agenda, right? So efficiency includes these three factors: maximum output, minimum cost and maximizing welfare of the people, right? So this first and second factor indicates the efficient use of resources, and the third factor over here indicates the efficient use of the output produced from the resources. Okay, so dear students, so the main problem of an economy is how to use the available limited resources efficiently. So this is the problem of a economy, and of course various economic scholars finds the ways and means and also they provide some theories and ideas to use these limited resources efficiently. Okay. So let me explain again the definition of economics. So economics is a subject which studies the ways and means to use the limited resources in order to fulfill the unlimited needs of the people. Okay. So in the next lecture, we will study what is the economic problem. What is economic problem and why does an economic problem arise? Okay. Right. Thank you very much.